happening, people? How are we? Welcome to the channel. A lot of people said I need to do an introduction to who I am and all that sort of stuff. So I'd like to introduce myself. If you don't know me, my name's Lee. Basically, the channel's just going to be about me fixing my own car, track prepping it, and we're going to get into what my car's all about and what we do. Other than that, there's some big stuff coming, but at the minute, where I live, I've just bought my own house probably 3 years ago, and we're just refurbing a lot of stuff and hopefully building a garage in the next couple of months. So I'm going through all that process at the minute, trying to make the YouTube thing work, still working full time and still having a fun with cars, and just basically, because we do a lot of track days anyway, and I thought we'd film it and do all the stuff that we normally do anyway. What's happening, people? So today we're going to be working on my own car, and we're going to be changing where the fuse sits inside the engine bay, because I wasn't quite happy with it, and we're going to put the air filter back where it was. Tried a few things and it didn't work, so I think we're going to have to extend this wire from the firewall to here, which goes into here, and it sorts all the starter motor out and stuff like that. And I've made a new plate. It's going to sit here. We're going to move that down in here as well, move these relays out of the way, and hopefully put the air filter back, and we'll see how we get on. So it goes that way. There's the bolts for it. Quite tricky to get into place, this is. So last time we was on track, it actually started shorting out, and it was nothing to do with this fuse box, which we originally thought it was, but it was actually the starter heat shield hitting the block, creating a circuit. So there, yeah, that causes major issues, and we had a couple of failures on Cadwell, so we didn't get to do many sessions on Cadwell. But so let's get this other one down here plugged into place. Which bolted all together. I think that actually looks pretty neat and accessible. So once we get that all bolted up to there, we can have a look at the fuses if anything goes wrong. Like last time, things did go wrong. So let's get some tools and get this mounted onto the car where it needs to be. So now we're going to get the air filter tray back in here, just to test fit this one here, and everything's looking alright actually. So 2 washers, 2 of these. Give that a quick roll. The zip wrap. Oh. Make sure that's in there instead of dropping out. Overall, I'm happy with that, how that turned out. That is nice and secure. Now we can make a new wire that runs from here all the way around there into there and on there. Let's see how that goes. So we've got the new cable all ready to go onto the firewall, onto here. So let's reroute this and get this where it needs to be. I think we should go under the wire in there with that one. Let's get that under there. Onto there. I'm pretty happy with that. That looks bang on to me. So we got down in the firewall down there. Settle that out of the way and straight onto there. So if we just get this bolted up now. Now, where that bolt's gone. Or maybe I didn't have one out. I don't think I did. And then we can get this in here, like so. Making sure we don't drop the bolt into the bulkhead. And there we go. Get onto that there and tighten this up. And that's all that tightened up. Put the cover back on. Oh, that is very, very neat. So, let's get the air filter parts back on. Got that. Like that. I might need to loosen that one off. Which I thought was already loose. So we got the ram air kit on there. Mine, I actually thought I had a KTR kit on this, but I actually got a ram air on this. But hopefully in a couple of months time when we can afford one, I'm going to try and put the the R3 Maxi kit on, I've decided. Ugh. Right, let's tighten that up. That's that. We're all back together. Minimal tools used. Put this up here. And yeah, I think we should go for a little ride. Well, let's see if it starts for one. That's a great question. If it does start. Of course she starts. Not bad, so we'll take her out for a little test run because I haven't drove it for a while actually. As I say, we're doing a track day in probably, what's it now, less than 3 weeks now, so probably could do with getting the disc up to scratch, but I don't really use this car much anymore, as much as I did, because it's turning into a track car more and more over the months. But yeah, go out for a test drive, see how things are. Bang on, quick easy job. Neatens all that up, all the wiring sorted now. Hopefully we last on track, should do. Let's see how many other track days we've done. Look, boom, we're ready, absolutely ready. So the next thing I want to do is, we have got a fire extinguisher. I want to add some more safety into the car in case we get any fires, or even if someone has a fire in front of us and we can be the first one to get there. So let's get this mounted to on here. This is a quick release thing. I think it was about a tenner off eBay or something like that. So we'll get this mounted on here. Mount this off here. And the idea of these is you want them as close as possible so you can get to them straight away in case there's a electrical fire or something under the bonnet, because the Marshalls don't always have fire extinguishers. I mean, the Marshalls do help you out a lot, to be fair, when you come off and accommodate you, but if you've got a small fire, you usually want to be the first person on hand, to be fair. So we've seen quite a lot of cars go up, and it's a bit stupid of us really not to fucking have one in the car. I had one in my old car, which I'll talk about a bit later on. And I think that looks alright, and if you was to have a fire, you could easily pop out the car, and there you go, pull that wherever you need it. And they're quite easy to put back on as well. You pull the red lever, straight back on, job's a teapot. Straight. What's happening, guys? So this is the car I want to focus the channel on, which is my own. This is a Clio 197 F1 pack. We only made 500 of these. Albi Blue. A lot of people don't like this colour. I think it's the best colour in them. Maybe black. maybe black Mark's car that we did last week. I'll go down with a rundown of the spec of this car, and we'll start with engine wise. There's not a lot going on engine wise. Let's lift the bonnet. Stock inlet, which we will be changing soon. We're on a ram air filter, just standard air pipes. We've relocated the battery to the boot. We're on cat cams. It's mapped by RS tuning. This makes about 214 horsepower. Got helix clutch in there with a gripper diff, which these absolutely need. I've driven them with ATBs and I've driven them with the black line, and they just do not handle as well with the grippers. Now there's some downsides to the grippers, as they need servicing every 20,000 miles, but on track they're absolutely unreal, absolutely unreal. We've got PBS Pro Comp pads on the front with Godspeed disc, and I believe we've got DS2500s on the back. We're running gas gold coilovers with I can't remember what adjustable arms they are, but they're not that good. We've had loads of problems with them. We're still with them. I'm going to make something different. And on the back we're just polybusted, same as all the engine mounts. They're all polybushed, everything like that. We're running a PMS shifter. We've got Sabelt GT3s are dead nice, dead comfy. This originally did come with Recaros. I was umming on whether to get rid of them, and the more track days we did, the more safety I wanted to put in the car. And that batteries in the boot, full wiring loom tuck, and yeah, that's it basically. No frills with these. They just go forever on track. Not big power. You won't beat everything at the track, but you'll keep up with most stuff. And they're great down the back roads as well. It's exactly why I've got one. I've had a few big powered cars, and this is definitely one of my favourites that I've had. For just jumping in, it started out as a back road basher. Started getting into, I did a lot of track days in my Evo, but I'd say I started doing more and more track days in this, and I'd say I enjoyed this a lot more, just because if something goes wrong, it isn't thousands of pounds to fix. And I've had this car for about 3 years now. I've done 7 track days. One I've came back on a trail on, which was the recent one at Cadwell. We had a few wiring issues, and I've drove to every single one of them and driven back from every single one of them, except for the one at Cadwell that we did last month. But we've sorted the issues out from Cadwell. We're on Donington on the 22nd, so yeah, it's a rundown of my Clio, and you'll be seeing it a lot more on the channel.